The universe isn't just out there, it's interacting with you. Claim your power by embracing the unknown. This is Tracy with Tracy Talks, and I'm here to ignite your curiosity. Don't just listen, embrace it. There's times in life where I try to focus on my goals and what it is that I really want. And a lot of times I do that when I'm feeling good. I pick one of those days where I have energy, I have a zest for life, I am loving life, and then I sit down and I speculate, okay, what is it that I want to bring into my life? And now I'm rethinking that process. Because when everything is going good, we have all of this energy, we have all of this time, and everything feels possible. This past week, I have spent more time outside. I am trying to work up some ground. I'm trying to prepare some flower beds. I was moving flowers from another location to this location, and I barely have enough energy to take a shower and put clean clothes on. Like, I don't have the physical energy to commit to hours and hours of physical labor anymore. And as I was thinking today, you know what, when I'm tired and when I have limited resources as for energy, mood, like I'm not in a bad mood, but my mood isn't overinflated. Like, I am realistic right now in this moment. To be honest, these are the times when I really need to plan my future. When I have this actual reality check, the reality is I do have limited time. I do have limited resources. I do not have this never-ending resource of energy. So what is it that I really do want? Like, if I have 6 months left, what are the things that I really want to do? And stop pretending that I have all of these dreams out there and all of these aspirations. Like, what are the top 3? And focus on those. And maybe I even need to wait until one of those days where my mood is really low, my energy is really low, and work on that list even again. Sometimes my dreams need a reality check of their own. Because when I'm sitting in my house, I'm sitting in my safe space, I'm sitting in, I have everything that I really need here. And so there aren't any conflicts, there aren't any objections. And so every dream looks possible. Every dream sounds like a great idea. Everything sounds like it would be perfect and it's exciting and it would be wonderful to have this and this and this. But when reality sets in, it doesn't look that good. The plants that I was moving today are at my cousin's, and he is in the future going to be moving and relocating. And this has been in the works for a while, and that date has been pushed off even farther. However, we had a great uncle who was a peony farmer, and so he had some plants that I wanted to move for when he does sell the property. And a lot of times I've learned that when you sell a house, most of the time the new owners don't care about your favorite flowers that are in the garden. And we had talked about me coming and getting some of these, and it seemed like a great idea. It seemed like, sure, I'll just pop in, I'll just get a few flowers, and everything will be great. I get my supplies, I head over. He has a lot more than 3 little clumps. And when I realized that, I'm like, I'm not taking all of these. Then there's the digging of the flowers in among the overgrown shrubs and trees and roots and everything else. And there's loading them up and transporting them back here. And then I had not prepared my ground appropriately before. And I had to prepare my ground and create a space and replant all of those plants. And now my body, which doesn't use those muscles, is pretty angry with me. My body is pretty angry with this whole process. And that is my point. When we hypothetically talked about moving the plants, it sounded like a great idea. Like, it sounded like, sure, it won't take much effort. I'll just come and get them and everything will be fine. But the reality is, it has taken a lot of time and work and personal stress on my own body. And it was a moment today where I'm like, I need to really figure out these dreams that I want, and what do I want to do, and what do I actually have the time and effort and energy for, and stop hypothetically focusing on things that I'm never going to do. Because I have some things in my head and they sound really good, and I keep them in there, I keep them in the list, and I keep them on the rotation when maybe I just need to take them off of the list. Like, that is never going to happen because I would have to do X, Y, and Z. And I don't know if I really want to do that. I have been working with my astrologer on a really cool location place. I want to go somewhere that's going to spark some life into me. I want to feel like have you ever been on a vacation where you went somewhere and once you got there, you just felt like a new person and you didn't know why and you didn't know what happened and you just assumed it was because you're on vacation, but more often than not, it was probably that this area sparked something new in you. And I've been working with my astrologer because I'm like, I want to go somewhere where I really feel like I can come alive. And she was helping me look at locations and we were finding, she's like, oh my God, you've got to go to this little island in Canada. It's going to be amazing. And as I am Googling last night, because I don't know the first thing about how am I going to get there. And when the reality sets in, I'm like, I don't know if that journey is going to be worth it. And how can I put a reality check on some of my dreams? I know people that have big dreams and just start them and just, we're going to get done and we're going to push through and we're going to make it happen. And I'm not that person. Like, I can scale something back easily when I realize, wow, that's going to take a lot of X, Y, and Z. And is that really worth it for me? That end result is really going to have to be some amazing thing for it to pay off in the end. When my cousin had mentioned all of the flowers that he has, I should have sat myself down and had a grown-up conversation with myself and said, look, this is going to take a lot out of you. And is it really worth it? Do you really need more flowers? Because I already have a lot of flowers. And I probably didn't need more. Some of this probably has to do with my relationship status as well. It has been my experience when I am in relationship, there is oftentimes a reality check from someone else who isn't emotionally connected to flowers and isn't emotionally connected to whatever the project is, who will say, we're not doing that. And at this point, I don't have the checks and balances. I don't have somebody to go, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. So everything sounds like a great idea. I was listening to another podcast, and this podcaster suggested that we ask AI, what is flawed with this process, or what is flawed with this idea or belief? And let AI make an objection to you. And even as much as I hate the sound of that, that may need to be part of my process. Before I commit to anything, I need to ask AI what is wrong with my idea. Housing where I don't have to do any outside maintenance is sounding better and better every single day. Thank you for listening to this episode of Tracy Talks. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe, and share with others who would enjoy listening to this podcast. Friends can find Tracy Talks available on iTunes, Spotify, Substack, and YouTube. Hit me up on Instagram and Facebook at More Tracy Talks. And until next time, we meet again.